Welcome back to the Crypto Alpha Network. Before we head into today's alpha, do us a huge favor by liking this video and clicking on the subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you, so don't forget to leave us your thoughts in the comments below. Yesterday, the US CPI came in cooler than expected, boosting market confidence, but some bad news kept gains in check. As tariff and trade deals progress between the US and other countries, the Iran-Israel situation is stirring up some FUD. And while many coins are underperforming, savvy degens can still find winning narratives. Are global tensions threatening Bitcoin? In the last 24 hours, CoinGlass reported $331 million in liquidations, with Ethereum taking the biggest hit. Interestingly, Bitcoin hit a local bottom around $103,000, coinciding with Elon Musk's tweet about Donald Trump and the Epstein list. This drama, as we covered in a previous video, sparked significant FUD. But as they say, be greedy when others are fearful, and that opportunity might be unfolding again now. Our analysts predict Bitcoin could drop slightly below $107,000, or just below in the short term, having lost the $108,300 level. Compared to past cycles, though, the bull run seems to have a long way to go. Things look bullish and intact still, especially when politicians like Senator John Thune declare, "Cryptocurrency is here to stay, and it's time we bring it into the mainstream." Zooming out, the previous Bitcoin 80th resistance has now turned into support, and it is currently testing it. On the political front, the U.S. Senate advanced the Genius Act, a bill to regulate stablecoins, with a 68-30 cloture vote on June 11, 2025. This clears the way for debate and a full Senate vote. If passed, the bill heads to the House. So far, so good. Yesterday, we also saw cooler than expected U.S. CPI data. May's CPI, YoY, came in at 2.4% below the anticipated 2.5% and up from 2.3%. As a result, President Trump has called for a full percentage point rate cut, but the Federal Reserve isn't budging. Vice President J.D. Vance called the Fed's stance monetary malpractice. Emerging reports also say Trump has finalized a trade deal with China. Stay tuned for updates. There's more good news. Remember the U.S. 10-year bond auction? Well, the U.S. Treasury's $39 billion 10-year note auction showed strong demand despite geopolitical and economic uncertainties. The auction yielded 4.421%, slightly below the pre-auction when-issued yield of 4.428%, with a 0.7 basis point stop-through and a bid-to-cover ratio of 2.52, below the recent 2.60 average but still solid. However, TradFi is still on edge, and the DXY is nearing its lowest close in over 3 years. The S&P 500 closed 0.3% lower, and the Nasdaq dropped 0.5%. Let's look at why. Major FUD is now looming over the markets. Iran-Israel tensions. The situation is still unfolding, but so far, according to reports, the escalating concerns around Iran's nuclear program are grabbing global attention. Reports say that Israel is planning to attack Iran's nuclear facilities. U.S. intelligence suggests Iran is nearing nuclear weapon capability, which Israel views as an existential threat. President Trump has taken a hardline stance, stating Iran will not acquire nuclear weapons and hinting at military action if diplomacy fails. As you can see, it's not clear how all three countries will react, and this is the root of the FUD. This situation has driven a 5% surge in oil prices, adding to market uncertainty. U.S.-Iran nuclear talks are scheduled for Sunday in Muscat, Oman. The FUD is suppressing the markets. But we have seen these fears before, and when it comes to price action, it might not affect the markets as much as you may expect. Historically, extreme fear often signals a market bottom. The current Iran-Israel tensions around nuclear weapons may be creating a similar setup. Our thoughts are with those affected, and we hope escalation is avoided. Overall, we would like to see Bitcoin hold here and consolidate, followed by a continuation to push towards new 88ths. Global tensions and fear around them are heating up, but it's usually the case that when the market is fearful, that is the best time to jump in. It's no guarantee, and as usual, none of this is financial advice, and you all need to do your own research. If you know where to look and find teams that are building and delivering on all their promises like Subsquid is, you'll start to understand things are still moving in crypto. But 99% of the crypto market, which is absolute filth, will probably never go anywhere. Before you go, help us increase mass adoption and get the word out there by liking this video and clicking on that subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you. So don't forget to leave us your thoughts in the comments below. Bye for now.